Well, the drama just got, I guess, even worse. In the last video, we talked about how we just slightly went over how she was fired because she left the Piggy fandom and they fired her from the MiniToon channel, which we're working on, which is a channel run by MiniToon and his girlfriend Moon. And they were fired because obviously they quit the Piggy fandom, but it just got even worse. So let's go over it. So Willow Wolf down here just said frick, I'm gonna be annoying me. We'll just call them O. O was never hired. This channel and its art has always been a collaborative effort between us and you guys, the community. We want to give more people the opportunity to be commissioned art for the channel. We've never had a dedicated channel artist and never will. From Moon. And what Moon said, O made Moon feel uncomfortable and did not respect her boundaries. I'll miss you though, O, and take care. That was this, and that was kind of like the thing, Moon. That was kind of a response from Moon. But then O responded with this. I monitored their Discord server for 2 years, and I drew 98% of their channel and Discord server. I was told I was the main artist. It's completely unprofessional of them to talk about me like this right now, which it is. Like, it is, and it gets even worse, and we'll go over this in a moment. I could talk about the psychological impact they had on me, but I'll stay silent out of respect. It's not normal for them to talk about their personal things in server announcements and portray me as a weirdo, especially considering they're 25 and a popular person in the community, while I'm a teenager and just a regular fan. Which, again, I completely agree. Like, they are an adult, they are popular, they should know how to run things and be clear, especially when talking to a teenager. They are telling my friends that I'm harming Moon mentally for years. I was 15, 16 when we became close friends. All of this happening and happened in the past harming me. You guys are grown people. When I was a minor, I wish they didn't handle things like this. I looked up to them for years, supported them. Most of you guys know me as their biggest supporters. It's so sad how they turned me down like this. Again, this is an actual overall very sad thing because, like, Moon, it does seem like they just don't know what to do. Like, they aren't handling this right. It's not professional for them to be handling like this. And again, like, it's just like, this is our grown adults talking to a minor, a teenager. This isn't like, it's like, oh, silly drama. I mean, this is like, I mean, come on. So anyways, Moonfall then eventually made a post, which is now deleted, by the way. This is a thread, and I tried my best, I tried my hardest. I cannot find anything. I cannot find the full thread. But like, I cannot find the full thread. Sadly, I cannot find the full thread. I tried my best. I looked so hard. It doesn't seem like anyone saved all of it. If you guys know anything, if you guys know where to find the full thing, please tell me. I would love to know. But this is the first thing we have, and they said, since there is a lot of misinformation spreading about why we decided to let O go from the MiniToon server, I'm going to make a thread about my personal experiences with O, her manipulative behavior and why this was the best route for both of us. I did not want to have to do this, but as O seems to have already gone public spreading lies about me, I'm going to have to share my side with screenshots. Now, sadly, again, I cannot find this full thread. That sucks, I know, and I apologize. But the main thing I can see, and the main thing everyone's kind of talked about who has read it, is that they're saying that O was manipulative, and, you know, they were manipulating Moon and Minnie, and I did see one where they were talking about because, like, oh, sometimes, you know, Moon would try to do her own artwork, her own thumbnails, that O would get jealous of them and stuff, and all of this stuff. And it's just like, she's a teenager. You are a grown adult. You're telling me you got manipulated by a teenager? Which is like, okay, you know what, sure, let's play ball with that. Why not fire her sooner? Why now? Why, when she allegedly when she said that she's quit the Piggy fandom, why now fire her? Why not fire her that long ago? It seems like it doesn't seem like a situation where you were just ignoring the red flags. You clearly knew this, so why now? Why not fire them ages ago? It just doesn't make sense. But after this, I do want to say I don't know what Moon was even thinking, because after making this post, she just started retweeting a bunch of this crap, like too many people want to be the bully and the victim. Being betrayed by your friends is crazy, because it's like, dang, how long have you been plotting this? I don't respect people who act solid in public but move weird in private. Fake smiles, real manipulation. Like, what? Like, I don't know if she's trying to act like cool and mysterious, like, oh my gosh, guys, like, look at this, because this is definitely related to this, because she has now unreposted this. She has just gotten rid of these, which is insane to me. I just don't know what she was thinking. I don't know if she was like thinking like, oh look, oh this, I'm gonna look so cool like this, or like act so mysterious. I just don't know what the plan was with this. I don't know. It's just been crazy. I know Beastlick's definitely been arguing about it too, about like defending Moon and Mini. Again, there's just so much crap, and I would love to know more of what's going on. But again, sadly, again, what we know is that they are handling in private. That is why these got deleted, and that's why deleted a lot of her comments too. I will say, I think both are slightly in the wrong. Well, maybe not in the wrong, but I don't think both are handling it right. I think there's definitely a lot that's just kind of happening. I don't think a lot of it's been, I mean, it's from both sides. It has definitely not been, handled in the best way. Definitely not handled professionally. But the reason all of this was deleted because they are handling it in private. That is what O said. So I hope that everything's going to be okay, but I don't know. It's just, there's just so much crap, man, and it just sucks because it just really isn't looking good for Mini. It just really isn't. So many people are leaving the fandom, which I would kind of recommend at this point. It just doesn't seem like a healthy environment. I don't know. It's an overall sucky situation, because like they just seem like genuinely nice people. Then just for all of this to come out, the grooming allegations, these now popping out, it's just like, I don't know, there's just so much things that just are kind of crazy. So this kind of goes more in depth, and I guess I'll put this in the description if you guys want to read it fully. But it seems like MiniToon and Moon were kind of like this, I don't know, this comfort for O would go to them for comfort and just talk to them. Here it says MiniToon and Moon didn't know how to set boundaries with O, whom was insecure of how she was speaking because Moon kept pointing out her unintentional passive aggressiveness, and that was the reason why she got fired, along with them disregarding her work or something like that. OC was very dependent on those two as well because they paid her and gave her comfort. So it does seem like O was definitely not in a mentally well in this. Question though, were Moon aware O wasn't mentally well? No problem, and yeah, I agree. A bunch of messages were quickly removed after posting. I can't say that I'm sure, though there were obvious signs in the way O typed in the evidence showed a lot of anxiety and insecurity. Plus, Moon did believe that O was manipulating her, so possibly yes. Maybe they did know. They were just distrusting of it, I believe. O did indeed come to both of them. A lot of comfort for O did indeed come to the both of them a lot for comfort, and her strong anxiety was shown. I'd be surprised if they were unaware, but then again, I forgot some details. So again, does seem like a very sucky situation. Seems like O was kind of went to them for comfort and anxiety, and just kind of just be for comfort. So it does suck when these grown adults are kind of not handling this situation professionally when this is a minor. Again, I think both parties have handled this terribly. It's just a sucky situation, man. It really is a sucky situation. I just think, like, I don't know, man. It just sucks. It just really sucks. I don't know. Like, whether the grooming accusations are real or not, this is still something that I think is important to talk about. Because, like, they need to be more professional, especially when talking about things like this, and especially with a minor who clearly is going through things. And again, I think they definitely talk more about it, and I do think they need to set more boundaries, but they just don't handle it professionally. It doesn't seem like they handle it very professionally even before the tweets and everything were made. It seems like even in private, they weren't handling things all that well. So it just seems like a very sucky situation with all of these people. And especially with them just coming out with all of this stuff, which is, like, again, like, I understand kind of why, but it's just, like, at the same time, it's like, handle this in private. Handle this in private. Because they are just saying, oh, yeah, they're spreading lies. You didn't have to make all this. You could have handled it in private, talked about it in private before making this whole post and just showing everything and showing and her going through things. Could have just handled it in private, and, you know, best case scenario, you guys would have been fine. Would have deleted the tweets, and none of this would have came out, and you wouldn't have seen, like, such a terrible person, such, like, terrible people who've handled this wrong. Like, again, I'm not gonna sit here and say they're terrible people. Again, we don't fully know the full context, but they just don't seem good in this light. They just don't seem like good people in this light, which sucks. And again, I don't know how much MiniToon had to do with this, but it just sucks. It just sucks, man. It really does suck. This is so far, like, all we have. Again, anything else, I'll try my best to update you guys, but it just sucks. It just sucks. So again, this is kind of more obviously MiniToon responded saying, like, this person made a tweet saying how, like, you know, that sucks that they're treating a teenager like this, and MiniToon said, we'll be sharing our side in a few minutes. We just want to we are just putting it all together in a coherent manner, but note that O is lying to you, and we will provide proof of this. And it's just like, yeah, it's just a crappy thing. But again, just an overall sucky situation, man. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Again, if there's anything I missed, please tell me. But again, this is just overall sucky. It just sucks. Especially with all this drama, man. It's just how everyone's just handling so immaturely. Besides O and Moon, the fandom also just kind of sucks too, talking about this. A bunch of this is serious, and I think a lot of people are playing this off like it's whatever, or just like, yeah, it sucks, I'm leaving the community, and then joke about it. Like, this is still a very serious thing. And again, I hope the best for O. It just sucks. This just sucks. And again, I don't think we're gonna know anything more about this unless, I don't know, something happens. It just overall sucks. Definitely not a good time for MiniToon with the groomer accusations and then this stuff. Again, I wonder if there's anything new that's gonna come out. I don't know. Just a very interesting thing. Again, if I missed anything, please let me know. Let me know what you guys even think in the comments. And just thank you guys for watching. That's about it. Hope you guys have a good day. This is a crazy time. Anyways, that's about it. Bye, guys.